Hi, my name is Michael Wild, and this is your estate planning tip of the day. So, probate. What is probate? Well, probate is the transfer of assets from the person who has died to the person or persons who are the beneficiaries, be it of a will or, if there is no will, what's called the intestate statutes. If a person dies intestate, they die without documents. And the state of Florida has a statute that determines which beneficiaries will inherit what assets and what percentage of the estate. A lot of people have the misunderstanding. They make the mistake of thinking, I have a will so I can avoid probate. Well, the actual definition of probate is the proving of the will. The will does not avoid probate. A living trust can avoid probate. A beneficiary designation can avoid probate. There are ways to avoid probate, or at least to avoid the assets going into probate. But there are some advantages to probate. You can remove creditors, or at least negotiate with the creditors of the decedent. You can clear title of assets that might have cloudy title and then get them to those beneficiaries free and clear so they can be sold. There's a step up in cost basis to avoid capital gains tax. So there's a number of things. But what I really want to talk to you today is why it's so important to hire a good probate attorney immediately after the death of a loved one. I know that there's a grieving process that goes on, and nobody wants to think about being that type of beneficiary, that type of child that says, when am I getting my money? It's not about the money. The probate process is a lengthy process with a lot of pitfalls to it. There are creditors that could be out there. There are beneficiaries that you might not be aware of that might be waiting to challenge. There are assets that need to be gathered, some that have overhead, real estate, property taxes, and insurance that needs to be paid. Maybe rental real estate, rents have to be collected, and you are not permitted to list or sell a property or transfer property out of the estate until the probate is completed. So it's very important, right after a loved one dies, get the death certificate. Takes between 7 and 10 days, but call a probate attorney like us here at WFP Law. Make sure that you schedule a free consultation. The consultation should always be free. And when you discuss the assets of the estate, make sure you have a full understanding of what those assets are, because you may think there's a beneficiary on an account, but there isn't. So we need to have a list of all the assets, of all the beneficiaries, of all the possible creditors. A good probate attorney can wipe out a lot of those creditors, or at least negotiate those debts down. But time is of the essence when someone passes. So if you're unfortunate enough to, have a loved one die and be in charge of the estate, please give us a call, schedule a free consultation. There's no cost to ask questions, and we'll explain what the process is and why it's so important to get the process started as quickly as possible. So that's your estate planning tip of the day. My name is Michael Wild. I hope to speak to you soon.